Okay, Jordan, I'm going to start with the question from John Blau.
Okay.
John?
Hey, Jordan. Obviously, this has been an unconventional way to start your career, but how do you feel like things have progressed in terms of just getting used to the college level and playing this level of competition?
The process has been difficult, but it's been fun at the same time. Just learning and growing, just figuring out how does this maneuver through the college life coming from high school. It's fun though. It's a good experience.
Next question for Jordan.
I got one, JD.
All right.
Hey, Jordan, how you doing?
How you doing? I'm good.
The way you played last July with Mass Rivals out in LA, I thought was maybe your best weekend of the summer. I'm just curious, how much of what you showed there are things that you feel will be a big part of your game, either this year or at some point in time?
I think what I showed, I guess, in LA is going to be present for the season because, the coaches was there and they saw me there and they recruited me there. So, they saw what I can do. So, I guess they're just going to implement that into what they're trying to do with this new team they built. So.
And just to follow up on that, kind of what do you feel are the things that will get you, that you need to do to get on the court as a freshman?
Just bring the energy, just be there defensively, which is something that I pride myself on. And I just going to do what the team needs me to, to get the win.
Thanks, man.
Of course.
Okay, Mike Schumann.
Yeah, hey Jordan, Mike Schumann with the Daily Hoosier. We saw your kind of before and after pictures after some time with Cliff Marshall. That's obviously what we can see tangibly. I was hoping you could talk to the strides that you've made either athletically or physically that maybe we can't see.
Yeah, Coach Cliff obviously knows what he's doing. He's been doing this stuff for years. And so me coming in from St. Paul's and coming to this D1 program, Indiana University, he just put me on the right path and just guided me. And, physically, he got me where he wanted me to be at. So, yeah.
Okay, Kevin.
Hey, Jordan, just a quick follow-up on the athleticism question. Have you had your vertical leap measured and what is it? And secondly, aspects of your game that you're looking to kind of improve most upon during your freshman season?
So my vertical is 40. I have a 40-inch vertical. And I am working on probably just trying to work on my guard skills so I can, contribute more to the team. So.
Okay, who's let's see. I think it's Hoosier HQ. Someone had one for Al.
I did. Al,
Okay.
You're the senior citizen of the team, the guy who's been there the longest. Archie seems to be really high on this team. He seems to really like this team. What have you guys shown him, or what do you think he's seeing that leads to this optimism?
You've seen nonstop work. I would say from top to bottom, we've all been busting our behinds, even with, the circumstances that we're in right now. I feel like it's just been nonstop work and nonstop and wanting to learn. Everybody wants to learn. Everybody wants to be around each other. Everybody wants to, learn from the next man. So I feel like just everyone trying to work hard and learn so much, I feel like it just gives a good vibe and makes everyone feel like, everyone's just locked in.
Okay, Grace.
So Al, with the season ending as abruptly as it did in March, do you feel like you sort of have a duty for guys like Duran and Devontae who don't get another season like you to come out and play your hardest this season?
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
Sorry. So for the season ending as abruptly as it did in March, do you feel like you owe it to Devontae and Duran who don't get this extra season to go out and succeed this season?
Oh, most definitely. Those guys were like my brothers, and they didn't get to finish their senior season how we had planned to. So I feel like, if anything, I can go out and play my hardest and make sure I do my best for those guys that didn't get to finish their season. So, it's when it's for Devontae and Duran that they see this.
Okay, Ben.
Yeah, I had a question to ask Al on this one too. It could really be both of you, but just talking about Coach Hunter with his arrival to the program. I mean, what's his involvement been like for you guys, and what kind of impact has he had on you guys so far?
Hunter has made a tremendous impact in my eyes to this team. I feel like he's been very hands-on, and he's been willing to teach us as much as he can and help us through all the things that we're learning. So I feel like he's made a tremendous impact on us, and he's been there on and off the court talking to us. So I feel like he's done a great job and made his footprint known that he's here.
Jordan, do you have anything you wanted to add?
He kind of just said it all. But Coach Hunter has been there from when he first got here from the jump. He's just been, contributing any way he possibly can, like off the court, on the court. He texts me like off the court to see if I'm doing good, if I need anything. He's a great guy, and on the court, he's making sure that I know what I'm doing, and making sure that I'm okay. So from the get-go, he's been really productive and supportive for the team.
Okay, Steph, then Caleb.
Hey Al, being a captain last year, how much is that something that you took very seriously and something that you learned a lot from that you can now take, going into your senior year?
Being a captain last year, it's an honor always to be looked at by your teammates like that. So I felt like it was my opportunity to, have my input with the guys and make sure I don't steer them wrong. So it was just, I guess, a big learning step for me and how I can do it and how I can become a leader on and off the court and how I can, gel with the guys. So I feel like it's just a stepping stone to what I've been trying to do my senior year and make sure we're all on the same track. We all are, mentally focused and just working hard this year. So it's just been, I guess, a stepping stone to lead me to what's next, I would say.
Caleb?
Al, with the possibility of no fans this season, like at Assembly Hall, and how well you guys have played in the past, especially at home compared to on the road, how do you try to maintain that home court advantage and keep up that level of play at home and use it as an advantage still?
There's nothing like playing this in the hall with thousands of people in the crowd and them yelling and them loud and cheering us on. But at the end of the day, basketball is still basketball. We still want to go out there and play our hardest. We still want to do the same thing that we do with the crowds or without the crowd. So it was just, I would say, we got to be able to come and take home serve. The same way how we did with the crowd, we got to do it without one if that is the case.
Okay, Jeff or Mike Pegram, what do you have for Al?
Hey Al, do you feel like there's a more focused role for you this year, being more of a scorer and concentrating on that and defending with Christian coming in and Devontae going out? Maybe more so you look to put some points in the basket.
I'm sorry, I was skipping. Could you say it one more time?
Yeah, do you feel more focused role on scoring this year, given some of the guard changes around you?
Oh, with the guard changes around me, of course, it's always, I feel like I'm always able to do anything. Wherever you put me, if you need me to score, facilitate, play defense, whatever. So I felt like, if that's the case, then most definitely I'm up for the challenge. I'm up to do it. But no matter where they put me, I feel like I'll be able to succeed or do whatever they need me to do.
Yeah, I just had one for Al as well. Al, you've gone from a guy who shot 29% from three as a freshman to a guy who shot a little over 38% last year, made more than a little more than 1.1 threes per game. What do you think your percentage needs to look like, and what do you think makes per game need to look like for you to be the shooter you want to be this year?
For me to be the shooter I want to be, I feel like I'm always supposed to be better than what's seen and what's done. So I'm always working. So I feel like, I want to be able to shoot at a higher percentage than I did last year, no matter if it's what I shoot last year.
38.3.
38.3. If I shoot 39, 40, it'll be an improvement. So in my eyes, I feel like I need to improve from last year, or the year before that, I felt like I needed to improve from that year. So I feel like as long as I'm making strides and improving each year, I felt like I was doing some good. So, it's only up from there, I feel like.
Thanks, man.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah, you talked about this in a couple different ways, but I know you guys have really made a point of trying to be a transition team, trying to kind of get defense moving you quickly in the other direction the last few years. I'm just curious. You talked about, kind of having Rob and Christian around you, but it occurs that you kind of now have at least three guys you probably trust to initiate the offense. Do you think you guys can be even, I guess, more, you can emphasize the transition game even more, knowing that there's probably always going to be at least a couple pairs of hands on the floor that can just get you in the offense very quickly?
100%. I feel like we got guys that we trust to bring it down and initiate our offense. So, I mean, it makes it a lot easier for us to get out on the break if we got multiple guys that can handle the ball and get us into the offense. So, I feel like it's most definitely a key thing for us to get into the offense quicker. And so, I feel like it's a good amount of pieces we got to be able to do that.
Okay, Al, you can go ahead and go to the next one. We got one last question for Jordan from Jim.
Hey, Jordan. Coming into college as a freshman is always a great transition, but you're one of the few guys, you're actually coming from far away up the Northeast. A lot of the guys here, they're already here, or the freshmen are from Indiana. What's it been like getting yourself indoctrinated into the culture here?
It's been a different experience, but it's been a good experience. Just, meeting new people and learning, just like, the different parts of Indiana culture. It's fun. I have family back home, of course, in New Jersey. I call them every day, my family every day, and they check up on me, and like it's fine because I went to boarding school for high school, so I'm used to being away, and just I guess coming to Indiana and just learning, what really Indiana is about, and just like the state. I mean, it's just it's fun. It's a good experience.
Okay, Jordan, you can take off. Thank